love them, they're my brother. That's where shot, ayy. Bet you want me to be it, so you know.
Welcome to another episode of In the Huddle with KdogEditz. Today, I have the one and the only Mr. Kamari. Faison, how you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm actually pretty excited for this interview. It's kind of funny how we ended up scheduling this interview at the Jamboree. It was funny. Actually, I have the clip on tape of me, me scheduling the interview right there.
Oh,
so
yeah,
that's pretty funny.
That,
So, I wanted to save this joke for last, which I am, because it's pretty hilarious. But we're going to say that it's a joke that I really want to talk about, but it's going to be last. So I do want to go and get into it. Can you just tell me a little bit when you started playing football?
I started playing football pretty early, around 5 or 6 in Earl for the Redskins.
Okay.
Yeah.
And, did y'all win any, in championships while you was with the
We went undefeated 2 years in a row. Matter of fact,
Okay.
My first 2 years we went undefeated.
Okay. And what position did you play then?
I was a bench warmer. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
You was a bench warmer?
Bench warmer.
I was like,
it's crazy because back then I was super small. So I'm probably 95 pounds. Everybody else 115. So I'm not 115, but I was a really small kid back then. So it was I got in at the end of the game, probably touched the ball a couple times.
Okay. With that being said, over your career, you said you started. What age did you start playing football?
5 or 6.
5 or 6. And over your career, have you played for any other teams besides the Raiders? In case
yeah, after them, I went to I moved to Grays Creek, and I played with the Bears. After that, I moved here and I played with the Ravens, and then after that, I just been high school football.
The high school football. Okay, well, shoot. Since then, have you, since you've been in high school, have you got any offers?
Yeah, I got my first offer a couple months ago from Avery up in Virginia.
All right. Okay. And is that a school that you plan on committing to?
I'm really right now. I'm just waiting to see if I get any more. You know what I mean? Just playing a slow game, seeing what comes through. See what you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. And I want to ask this. What is your dream college? Now, if you watch King's Faison interview, this is the best college to go to.
You're not gonna like me when I say this, cause
if you tell me what I think you get ready to say, come on, we're gonna end this interview right now.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. My dream college is Duke. Really.
Y'all, we raising some athletes that don't got no common sense, man. The Duke, what you want to be a Blue Devil for, man?
They got a great nursing program over there, man.
Dog. We trying to get more people. We trying to get more people at the great University of North Carolina. You want to go be a daggone Duke devil?
Sorry, man.
I can't even say that, man. Keep chasing your dream. I believe that you can get it. I believe that you can do it. Even as a walk-on. If you don't get it, I still believe you can still, play for Duke. That's your dream. So I know that you do play cornerback and wide receiver. That's listed as both two of your positions. Which one is your favorite?
Corner for sure, man. I like being on that dark side. You know what I mean?
And do you have any actually I just posted the a highlight. It's mostly defense. But you're in it. It's the interception that you had that they didn't call it. They called it back. I don't know what was up with that. But do you have any favorite clips that you had? Any favorite highlights that you had?
For me, it would for sure have to be my sophomore year against Southview for sure.
Okay.
On a pick coming across the middle, man.
Okay.
I did get slammed, but I feel like it was just it capped the game off. Well, it capped halftime off for me, for sure.
Okay. And, with that being said, have you been, going to any, camps over the summer?
Yeah, I've been to a lot of camps. I've been to Campbell, Avery. I've been to a couple camps.
Okay. Which one was your favorite?
Avery,
which one did you learn the most from?
Avery, for sure.
Okay.
I learned a lot at Avery. Really, because the way they ran the camp, we was running their defense. So you know what I mean? It was just now I'm actually running a college defense. So it was it's a lot different from high school defense. You know what I mean?
Okay, I get what you're saying. So it's a big difference. So
yeah.
Excuse me. So when we talk about your college and the colleges that you have, on that level, which one do you believe that you would have the most chance of going pro? Or do you want to go pro?
Really? I mean, obviously, if that's in the cards for me, I'm gonna play it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's every little kid's dream to go play in the NFL.
It's every little kid's dream to go play for the NFL or any type of league in general, any type of professional league.
Exactly.
So, hey, you could go play for overtime, OT7. That's a league. That's a football league. Yeah, you could go play for them. I know they are a high school, but it's during the summer. The time presents itself. I think that you could go play for OT7 up under the Carolina. I think it's called the Carolina Stars.
The Carolina Stars. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the team that they play in OT7. I do want to ask this: what are your goals for this upcoming season?
Personal or team or
both? Both.
I'll start off with personal. Really, for me, my biggest motivation is I just want to be the best corner in the city. You know what I mean? I want to be that guy when teams come across like, hey, it's not gonna be easy throwing the ball at this guy. You know what I mean? Okay. Like when receivers line up against me, I want to be like, oh Lord, I'm in for a hell of a fight, and that's just that guy I want to be. And as far as team goes, man, I feel like the same thing I've been preaching to the guys all spring and summer. The goal is be playing in December. You know what I mean? Obviously, the state championship is in December. We want to be the last guy standing. You know what I mean? We want to be the one smiling and holding up the trophy at the end.
So, I got you. I understand. Yeah. And this season, KdogEditz is bringing you more exclusive content coming out of Cape Fear. Now that I have took on a bigger, larger role in media. So we stay tuned. There's going to be a lot of Cape Fear content coming up out of the defense and the offense starting Friday. There's going to be a lot of great content coming up out of there. And I'm going to start doing a new thing that's here. I'm start doing a player, an offensive player, a defensive player of the week, and I'm doing a team of the week.
Okay.
And with that being said, whoever wins that, we're going to come up with something. We're going to try to spotlight them out the most. So all I'm going to say for all the people that's watching this, try your best to try to make player of the week. So with that being said, because I do want to ask your opinion. Who are dogs on Cape Fear's team on the defensive side?
Oh man,
you can say the offensive side too.
All 11 starters on the defensive side. You know what I mean? We got a bunch of dogs, but obviously I got to throw Marquand Footman in there. Brian Charles, you know what I mean? Damian Gary on the backside.
Okay,
but probably more of the underrated guys that a lot of people don't know about, man. My boy Anthony Caraway up front.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's a force to be reckoned with, you know what I mean? And then in that linebacker core, my boys Will Wickland and Aiden Leonard. Those are dogs.
And Anthony, I got an interview coming with Anthony real soon. Stay tuned for that. So, mention about dogs. If we go, because I want to talk about Brian, because the performance that Brian showed when he showed out at the Jamboree, it really shocked me. Because when I interviewed Brian, he said, when I asked him about, is we going to be seeing you running more? Brian was like, yes and no. Maybe he going to be, there. He's not going to be running. The highlight clip that Brian showed, it just defines that if Brian and King Faison needs to run the ball this year.
Yeah.
Because he's out there bodying people.
Yeah. Brian, I tell him all the time, he's a phenom, man. Like he's a guy that you don't want to go up against. And like when we're at team practice, I'm like, and I see Brian make a play, I'm like, man, I'm glad he's on my team because I would hate to have to go against him. But yeah,
man. That's one thing about athletes. If you have a good player, if you have good players on your team, you can just better thank God that they're on your team because you would hate to play against them. It doesn't matter the regular season, non-conference games, the state championship. So I'm glad that we have here, at least here at Cape Fear, that we have some great stars at Cape Fear.
Yeah.
I think that's a real great thing that would make our program one of the best programs in Cumberland County, or just in Fayetteville, or in the state in general.
Most definitely.
That we have a great coaching staff down to Coach Thomas. And I went back and looked at the record books, and I was going back and I was looking, I was like, well, Coach Thomas got here, Cape Fear haven't had a losing season, a losing record. I believe that's true. I believe in his second or maybe third year, he led the coach to a state championship appearance. No, didn't win it, but it's all, that's all cool. But I do believe Cape Fear has the potential for this year to take it off. That's just how much faith I have in Cape Fear. So with that being said, I do want to ask this: who leads the defense verbally, physically, and non-verbally?
Verbally, I feel like I'm the guy that leads the defense. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm just an outgoing guy. I'm always somebody there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But physically, I would have to say Brian, man.
Okay.
I feel like Brian's always where the ball is. You know what I mean?
Yep. You're right.
He's always somewhere close to the ball. He's just that guy that's always flying around, making plays. And what was the other one you said, man?
I said that doesn't really talk a lot, but they're still good. Like they're still they're gonna be there.
Brian and Marquand, man. Marquand, he's a quiet guy, but he always in that backfield, man. He's always in that backfield.
And I believe that, and I mean, and it's true. It's just simply true. I know a lot of jamborees, and people like to say this because it's a lot. Because when I talk to people, mostly about high school sports, a lot of people say about high school sports that when they don't like jamborees or scrimmages because they feel like teams are not showing what they have.
Yeah.
And they wait. But in my opinion, if you show everybody what you got before your season starts, it's nothing to really expect. I want to go to a Cape Fear game, and a game I've been waiting on, and I say this in almost just about every one of my interviews. I can't wait to the 71st game.
Hey man, we can't wait either. We're ready for it.
That's the game where everybody's going to be there. Everybody's going to be expecting. Everybody thinks that 71st is going to win, but I truly believe that Cape Fear has the potential to stop them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just what I do. And I tell their head coach that. I tell them that. I tell him that. I think Cape Fear can stop, because if you go back and look at last year, I know that we lost some pretty big people, but look what we have this year. You got some people that you would have never thought would have been able to do the abilities that they have. And they put it all out there on the field. So as I've been saying, and as I've been, thinking and just about writing about it, once we get past that Terry Separate game and we go in and we put them Bulldogs as little puppies, and we come up here and we go to 71st, well, they come to us. When we play 71st, we got it. Once we beat 71st, we don't really have any more competition to really, look at. So I do want to applaud the coaching staff. The coaching staff is down there, even Coach Thomas and the rest of the coaching staff that, we have at Cape Fear. They do a great job.
Most definitely.
On the field, off the field. So that leads me to my next question. There's going to be some controversy there, but still, who's your favorite coach? Now, you can have two. I'm going to give you two. You can have two favorite coaches.
Gotta be, of course, I got to rock out with my position coach, Coach Grace.
Okay.
He's taught me a lot over these last 4 years.
We all love Coach Grace. We all love Coach Grace.
Everybody loves Coach Grace, man. He's just a great guy. And then Coach Thomas, man.
Okay. Which one of them coaches, really taught you the most since you've been at Cape Fear?
Coach Grace, man. I feel like I've been under his wing since I got pulled up to varsity. You know what I mean? I've taken his journalism class, his AP Lane class. So it's like I'm just around Coach Grace a lot. You know what I mean? During the school day, I'm around him, and then out there on the field, I'm always around him. You know what I mean? I just feel like, you know what I mean? If I ever have any questions, if I ever have anything I need to talk about, I can always go to Coach Grace. He's just that guy.
That's great. And that's what makes a great coach, when your players can come and actually have a conversation. It doesn't have to be related to football, but it's be related to, if it's something personal, something going on in their life, you can go and talk to your coaches, and they help you the best they can. That's another great thing. I know recently a lot of teams does this, but we're 1 week. Actually, we're about I think today we're 3 days away from the first game. And I do know Sunday a lot of teams took their teams to church, and that's also another great thing that people need to continue doing, because it really helps. It helps the team. It helps the team before the season starts. To know that just you can always look up to God, and He's gonna be there when you need Him the most. So that's another great thing that not coaches, but just in general. That's something that every team needs to do before it, just not just before the season, but shoot, whenever. So this brings me to my last 2 questions, and this is the joke one that I've been waiting on. As the game is going on, and I'm trying to figure out who's number 30, and I'm sitting here scratching my head like, who is number 30? I know because the rosters is on my website. And I'm sitting, I don't have a number 30. I don't have a number 30. Who is number 30? Who number 30? It's me. Somebody took my jersey. I need an explanation about what you meant by it.
Man, so obviously we got multiple combinations, right? In the Navy combo, an old player came and took the Navy jersey. So
an old player?
Yeah. I ain't gonna say no names because that'll be federal. But yeah, man, he came, he took the jersey. So now I gotta wait for the new one to ship in. Hopefully it's here before Laney game because
you still have the white jersey, right? The white.
Yeah,
I
got the white and the yellow 3, just not the blue.
Okay, it's not the blue. That's a bummer. And you gotta wait. Well, how many weeks did you say?
Man, I don't even know when it's gonna get here. I just hope it's here before our first home game. That's all I care about.
That's me too. That's crazy. I was trying so hard to make out who number 30 is. Like number 30, I'm like wide receiver number 30, like cornerback number 30. Like no. We don't have one. So it was funny then, but now it's not funny because you go there and you go and take somebody's jersey, and what's the fun out of that? The same way I was telling talking to people, if you go, I'm so glad Cumberland County was able to finish their jamboree without any interruptions, anything. At least far as Grace Creek, I know some things happen at Pound Forest, but if we go the next day, Saturday, go out high school 02, they host their annual jamboree at Wake Forest High School. And you bring a gun. You just bring a gun. You out there trying to murder somebody at a high school game. For what? So a lot of people take the fun out of high school sports and any sports in general. So, but number 30 is gonna be active. I see for a little bit till you get number 3.
Active till I get him back.
And let me ask you this one. I do know you changed your jersey number. What made you change it?
Oh man, I just feel like 3. I'm K3, man, so I feel like 3. That's just an iconic for me, at least. You know what I mean? I wore it my freshman year, and then junior, sophomore year, I had to wear 12. So I was like, might as well end it off on a bang with 3.
Okay, well, shoot. A lot of players changed their jersey numbers this year, and we were looking at a new roster like Brian shocked me the most. I didn't think Brian was going to be number 0. I didn't expect for that.
Yeah, but the way we do our number 0 is like Coach Thomas chooses who wears 3. So like the hardest worker, you know what I mean, one of the best leaders. And I feel like Brian, he's the guy that wears 0. You know what I mean?
I feel the same thing, and just not. Yeah. Shoot, I expect for Brian to have a lot more highlights this season. Yeah, all offense and defense.
Yeah,
offense and defense. I expect for you to have a lot of. I do want to see your offensive side. I just do because it says you play both. I want to see you play quarterback and wide receiver. If the opportunity comes, I'm gonna catch it. Trust me.
If I can hop in there, I'm gonna hop in there for sure.
Trust me, I'm gonna catch it. So this brings me to my last and final question of today. I ask this at the end of every one of my interviews. Please answer this question truthfully and in all honesty.
Gotcha.
What is one message you want to send to the opposing team so they can get ready for this upcoming season?
Man, it ain't no getting ready for us, man. We coming to take everything. You know what I mean? We those bad guys. We most hated in the city, so we finna make y'all hate us for sure.
You're right. Well, I ain't even got nothing to say after that. So, folks, thank you for tuning in on another episode of In the Huddle. I do want to thank my special guest, Mr. Kamari Faison. I do want to wish you and the whole entire team at Cape Fear a great and successful season. and go Colts.
Appreciate you, man. Go Colts.
Nigga, I got old cash.